At the opening scene, a woman named Laura Peterson is mournful about the death of her son Caleb, a soldier who died in the war in Afghanistan. David Collins, a former U.S. Army sergeant who says he was friends with Caleb while he was serving in Afghanistan, comes to visit Laura. Laura then gave him a warm welcome after David told her that he was there because Caleb's will told him to. The will said that David should go to Laura's house and tell his family how much he loves them. Hearing the last message from Laura's late son made her cry, which made David feel bad for making her sad. Laura instead thanked David for telling him what Caleb had said and told him he could stay at their house for as long as he wanted. Laura and David were having a casual conversation when Anna, Laura's daughter, walked in. She was about to leave her mother for work and say goodbye. Before Anna left the house, she introduced David to Anna. Caleb's younger brother Luke is still at school at the same time. Luke is shy and doesn't have any friends. Consequently, he is always being the target of bullying from his classmates. The mean kids at school even threw Luke's face into his locker before he went home. When Luke gets home, David tells Luke that he is friends with Caleb and tries to get to know him. David asked Luke a question when he saw the small cut on his face. Luke, however, lied when he said he injured his face by accident while playing football. Soon after, Spencer, Laura's husband, came home. Spencer was also very kind to David and let him stay in his house for as long as he wanted. Later, Spencer and David had a long talk. Spencer told David about a problem at work. However, when Anna and her boyfriend Zeke are alone, Anna tells him about David. David picks Luke up from school the next day, which surprises Luke. When Luke told David that he had bruises on his face, David didn't believe him, so he asked Luke to show his bullies. Luke then pointed to a group of kids who picked on him at school all the time. When the bullies get to a bar, David tries to lower the students' self-esteem by buying them the most pricey drinks. When the bullies got angry and threw the drink at David, he thrashed them. David uses what he learns about the law and bribery to force the bartender to agree not to tell anyone about what he did at the bar. Then he gave Luke instructions to take on everyone who had been bullying him. Now the scene changes to Anna and David heading to her friend's house for a Halloween party. Anna introduced David to her boyfriend Zeke and her friends, Kristen and Craig. David instantly became friendly with Anna's friends because he made a good impression on them. Moments into the party, Kristen's rude ex-boyfriend shows up and causes an argument. She won't have anything to do with him anymore. David sees this and saves Kristen. He also beats up her ex-boyfriend and gets rid of him. David did some brave things, which made Kristen want to take him to her room and have fun with him. David asked Craig where he could buy a gun after talking with Kristen. Craig asks about the purpose of the gun, but David responds that he is a soldier and soldiers like guns. David would meet a gun dealer that Craig knew and suggested to David. After this, Craig told David to get the money ready. David and Anna went home after setting up a meeting with Craig and the gun dealer. Anna tells David she will make him a compilation CD on the way home. Anna feels strange about what she hears David say on the phone the next day. Once Anna started to suspect David, she looked up details about the man who now resides in her home. She first made a call to the military base to verify David's identity. The military said they were going to investigate into David Collins and let Anna know what they found. Major Carver's private company, KPG, put together a special forces team and went to Peterson's house after getting information about David Collins. Finally, it comes out that the real David Collins has died. The David Collins who now resides in the Petersons' house is actually someone else in a disguise, but it's not clear why he wants to bother the Petersons. The next scene shows David getting ready to buy a gun from someone Craig knows. Craig was also there to hang out with him. The gun dealer showed David some pistols and asked him to try each one after showing the money. Unexpectedly, David had no plans to purchase the gun. He killed both the gun dealer and Craig before taking all of the guns for himself. Anna, on the other hand, learned from the military base that the David Collins living in her house was not the real David Collins, who had died. Anna told her parents right away what she knew about David Collins, but they didn't believe what she said. Then she plans to show David that she is right by stealing his phone and taking a picture of the list of recent calls he has made. After that, Zeke calls Anna to tell her that someone killed Craig and blamed him for it. The other news is that Spencer's boss has died in a mysterious way, which means he will get the promotion that he's always wanted. When David and the rest of the Peterson family are about to have dinner in the evening, Anna tells them who David Collins really is. However, David was able to convince Laura and Spencer by using kind words and showing them his soldier identify necklace. Again, Laura and Spencer didn't listen to Anna's advice and believed what David said, which made Anna more eager to find out what David was really like. When Anna dropped her younger brother off at school the next day, she asked him to find out what number David called on his cell phone. At the same time, David went inside to get the rest of the laundry while Laura dried the clothes. When Major Carver and his special forces got to Laura after David left, they asked about David. Laura told them that David was in the house, and David attacked them straight away because he believed Carver was coming. David and Carver's special forces were bound to get into a shootout. Carver tries to keep Laura safe, but she hides in the house instead. David was shot in the thigh, but he wound up quickly bandaging it up and killing everyone on the special force except Carver. Laura was hiding in the kitchen when David found her. She didn't understand why people wanted to kill him, so she asked him about it. But David didn't answer her. Since his cover had been blown, he used a kitchen knife to stab Laura and then drove off. David's vision was blurred by dust on the way, and he crashed into Spencer's car as he drove home. After that, he says sorry and shoots Spencer. Carver is still chasing David even though his tire is about to blow. He finds out that David's car has been in an accident, but no one knows where David is. He then finds Spencer, who has already died in the accident. Then he asked a man walking by to let him use his car because he needed to pick up Anna and Luke and make sure they were safe before David found them and killed them. Anna was picked up right away by Carver at the restaurant where she worked. His identity is revealed to her and he tells her that David killed her parents. David is a test subject for a military medical experiment, and Carver tells her that he is programmed to kill anyone who could reveal his identity. Despite his desire, he is not likely to stop. Anna called her younger brother right away, even though he was busy getting ready for a Halloween party at school. She was very angry about her parents' deaths. David drove up around a short time after Carver and Anna left the restaurant. He asks Kristen where Anna is, but because Kristen seems suspicious, he kills her and uses grenades to destroy the restaurant. David finally went to the school right away to kill Luke. Carver and Anna get to Luke's school before he does. They go into a haunted house with a Halloween theme and find Luke struggling to clean the place. Anna hugged Luke straight away because she was glad her brother was okay. But all of a sudden, the lights went out and music started playing. This proved that David was in the audio room playing the compilation CD Anna gave him. David had turned off the lights and planned to soon kill all of them. Following Luke's teacher's directions, the three of them ran out of the place. But David knew this was going to happen, so he attacked them right away and killed Luke's teacher, who was in the lead. It was clear that Carver was going to fight David by himself, so he told Anna and Luke to find another way out. David, a skilled soldier, was able to kill Carver even though he was a major. Anna and Luke, on the other hand, found the way out but David locked it with chains, trapping them inside. She then tells Luke to stay out of sight while she fights David. Luke firstly refuses, but Anna tells him that David killed their parents and she intends to get revenge. The last thing Luke did was hide, as his sister had told him to. He kept the knife David had given him close by. Overall, Anna fought David and shot him with Carver's gun, but David could still stand up, attack her from behind, and stab her in the leg. Dave tried to choke Anna after she fell to the ground. She points the gun at David, but it missed, hits the light, and starts the fire. Luke starts to worry about his sister and then comes to help Anna. Right away, he removed Anna from David's grip and stabbed David twice with a knife. When Luke did the right thing, David told him he was proud of him, gave him a thumbs up, and then he passed out. A short time later, police, ambulances, and firefighters all showed up at the school. After they are saved, Anna and Luke seem to be quite traumatized by the experience. As Anna and Luke rest in the ambulance, they hear the firefighters say that they have only found 2 bodies. She noticed that one of the firefighters was limping as they were leaving the school, and the officer turned to face her. David was the one who posed as a firefighter to sneak away from the scene of the crime. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.